Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. In the last week, a lot of people have written and asked that I make a video on Draymond Green and Kyrie Irving, NBA basketball players coming out over the NBA All Star weekend and saying they think the earth is flat. Kyrie Irving was the first one to come out. He's gotten the majority of the media attention, but it's been both of them, and for the past week, news headlines have been made about them. Pretty much every news pundit on TV has brought up this story, these two young men thinking the earth's flat. Last night, Friday evening, Bill Maher on HBO's Real Time was having a field day with this story. What I want to show you is why Draymond Green and Kyrie Irving really came out and said they thought the earth was flat. I have no doubt they were both put up to this. They were chosen, they were picked. They probably get a little bonus on their salary. There's a very specific reason it was these two men who were picked. Draymond Green is known for being a knucklehead already. He has a reputation. He's been in the news before for negative propaganda. Kyrie Irving, I think, was chosen because of his last name, Irving. In recent history, the writer, the historian, Washington Irving, is known for writing about how in recent history people thought the earth was flat. In U.S. history, you're often taught that Christopher Columbus sailed to America and discovered a land where people already existed who he called Indian. And oftentimes in that nonsensical history lesson, you're also taught that explorers of his time thought the earth was flat, so they didn't dare sail out the way Christopher Columbus did when he discovered the Americas where people already lived. You know, that's what a lot of us were taught year after year in public school growing up, and children are still taught that story. And the truth is, the whole story is bullshit. No one thought the earth was flat back then. You know, the Americas were already discovered. All sorts of different civilizations throughout the world had been to the Americas. So anyway, you're taught this bogus history, and so many of us accept it for fact, so many of us think, oh yeah, people used to think the earth was flat about the time of Christopher Columbus. Wrong, that's completely false. That's a myth spread by historians and authors such as Washington Irving. You look up who's remembered for spreading the flat earth lie, it's Washington Irving. Now, here over All Star Weekend, we get Kyrie Irving and Draymond Green. Kyrie Irving wears number 2. Draymond Green wears number 23. Number 2, number 23. In the language of gematria, flat earth theory sums to 223. So does the name Washington Irving. And it was number 2 and number 23, and one of them an Irving who came out and said they thought the earth was flat. And for anyone who saw Kyrie Irving questioned about this, see, supposedly he wrote this on his Twitter. Then he got questioned about it, and when he got questioned, he didn't want to answer. He didn't want to say what shape he believed the earth was. He just said he couldn't believe that people cared. These two men were asked to do this as a publicity stunt just to get it out there more in the mainstream that people think the earth's flat. In this past week's news stories, it's been mentioned that online there's a growing community of flat earthers. All of this has a goal. And the main goal of this flat earth theory, you see what's happening is the online truth seekers, truth speakers, they're looked at as a community. And they're demonized. You know, they're often said to be, oh, those are the people who think there was a conspiracy on 9/11 or that kids weren't killed at Sandy Hook. They say it in a way as if we're ridiculous, when in fact, you know, it's true. Those were both staged events for an agenda. So anyway, they just try to demonize this community more and more. Now, what's associated with that community is the flat earth. Here, I'm someone who's been speaking out against the flat earth psyop for 2 years, telling people what's going on, what it's all about, distract, divide, discredit. And we just see it growing more and more with time, causing more division. Pretty soon they're just going to call us all flat earthers. I already have people spam my videos every day calling me a flat earther, saying, don't listen to this idiot, he thinks the earth's flat. In fact, I've never thought the earth was flat. I've always spoken out against it, but see, that's a label they want to stamp us all with. So number 2, number 23, Kyrie Irving, Flat Earth Theory 223, Washington Irving 223. This gematria practice, it's a Jewish practice. And who runs the NBA and the world of professional sports and entertainment and media and Hollywood and money? Yes, Zionist Jews. The same people who are responsible for 9/11 and the ongoing propaganda by the numbers in the media. 9/11, a staged event by the numbers, same with Sandy Hook, same with the propaganda that comes on the daily, even stories such as this. So 223, special number on February 23rd. Did you catch how the Cleveland Cavaliers with star player number 2 and number 23, Kyrie and LeBron, their game on 223 had an over-under of 223 points against the Knicks, and it finished in a sum of 223 points, 119 to 104. This number 223, very important to Freemasonry. Freemasonry believes in divide and conquer, order out of chaos. This is all about divide and conquer, this flat earth thing. So many things in this world are about divide and conquer. Synagogue of Satan 223, that's the name for the false Jews, said to rule in the end times in Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible. 223, important number to the Bible. That's because the Bible as we know it is very Masonic. Masonic 223. Flat Earth Theory also has gematria of 74, like Jewish, like Masonic. The Flat Earth Theory in the United States comes out of Zion City, near the Zionist Mecca of Chicago, Illinois. Zion City, promoter of the Flat Earth Theory, Zionism. Those are the false Jews. That's who runs your media, who runs the NBA, David Stern, Adam Silver. Here's your gematria practicers, your NBA, always run by the numbers. That's why they would do a stunt such as picking Kyrie Irving and Draymond Green by the numbers. Flat Earth Theory also has a gematria of 79, like the Synagogue of Satan. Also like the name Irving. And to bring this back to basketball, 79 is the 22nd prime. The word basketball has 22. Some things could be coincidental, but I don't think Kyrie Irving and Draymond Green 2 and 23 over All-Star Weekend being asked to do this is any coincidence. These professional athletes are sellouts to humanity. They go out and participate in leagues that they know are rigged for gigantic salaries, duping all of their fans, stealing the wealth and time of their fans who think the games are legitimate, the competition is real. These people are just paid sellouts. So to get them to say that they think the earth's flat, you could see Kyrie Irving was so embarrassed he didn't even want to admit it, but he was just like, why do you care? That's what I wrote on my Twitter. What I wonder is if they got a little bonus for participating, or if they were just said, hey, your number's been picked. This is what it is to be a celebrity. Sometimes you have to go participate in some of our propaganda, which Draymond Green knows all about. Draymond Green in the offseason, he had the embarrassing story, his arrest. By the numbers. Go back and see my video on Draymond Green's arrest in the offseason. It's a tribute to Magic Johnson. Some parallels between those two men. Wouldn't even surprise me in the least if we found out that Draymond Green was the son of Magic Johnson. Go back and check out that video I did this summer. A lot of things we don't know about with these athletes. A lot of ritual birthing. Pretty sure we figured out this offseason that the father of LeBron James is Nate Thurmond, number 42, had his number retired with the Cavs and the Warriors, who've been in the finals the last 2 years. It was more than 2 years ago. I showed how because of Nate Thurmond, the NBA Finals would be the Warriors and Cavs for the first time. Nate Thurmond dropped dead after LeBron won his third NBA Finals. LeBron scored 27 in Game 7. Nate Thurmond dropped dead 27 days later at age 74. That's a special number. So anyway, just wanted to stick to why it was Kyrie and Draymond, give you a little bit of other knowledge. Go back and search my old videos. All the information's back there. Until next time, Truth Seeker.